What's poppin', y'all? NBA YoungBoy somehow gets dragged into a headline with an individual that was his co-star in one of my favorite YoungBoy music videos, Outside Today, where he has the baby tiger. I just love that song so much. It's not really that incredible of a music video. It's quite simple. I think Golden Tooth, was it? No, something Tooth Samurai. Diamond Tooth Samurai. I think that was a cooler music video. But Jania, who was with YoungBoy for a while, her boyfriend, an NBA player, Dejounte Murray, y'all gonna have to let me know, is he nasty in basketball in the NBA, or is he a middle of the road player? Y'all know I'm not too plugged into that, but he decided to go off on her, and I was like, what the hell? For what reason? Well, he dropped a wall of text, like, my God. And we're gonna go through this whole debacle between the two of them, regrettably so. This is severely unemployed news, but hey, somebody's got to get to it. So Dejounte Murray is reacting to Jania having been at a show. I think it was the Houston YoungBoy show. She's family. She's got his kids. Apparently she's got Dejounte Murray's kids. I don't know how long they've been together, because wasn't she supposed to get married to Devin Haney, or got his name tattooed on him? It's too much to keep up with. But she went to some strip club. She was shaking it, throwing it around, just unsurprising to the rest of us. But to Dejounte Murray, he was like, whoa, a Pikachu face? And he said, the fact that y'all went from, oh, she changed and living a great life and got away, then boom, he only mad she outside. You wouldn't be mad if you live in and got a family with a person that you've been asking for years to be real on what they want, and they say a family, and not be in the clubs no more because it's old. Then say they go into Houston to work. What work does Jania do? Bro, come on. Let's get out the way with this. You know who works? Ice Spice works. And who was she with? She was with Riot. She was with Lil TJ. She was with... is she still with that NFL player? And it's not even like she's just attached. We know what her craft is. It's music. And it was a little bit difficult to get that out of me. It's music. So that's what she's known for. And her image, etc. What is Jania known for? What work does she do? We knew her for dating YoungBoy, and then after that, we just knew her as YoungBoy's baby mama. So what work is there? Well, she's doing a club hosting? And see family, but end up lying to me and avoiding me while in clubs unannounced? Y'all fans are sick. I want the best for that girl and just want to be left alone from this ish. Y'all mad y'all can't bully me and accept the truth. Why wouldn't I be mad? She is sacrificing her son missing school for being in the club shaken behind, and our kids having to be stuck in her mama house when she never communicated to being in clubs. At least send the kids with the daddy and not your mama. Y'all got this ish. Yeah, y'all got this ish reminds me of the y'all won that Offset hit years ago when it was that Cardi B thing. Dude got caught cheating, started typing balls in my face, acting like he was hacked. Yeah, come on now. Y'all know that girl best self was with me, loving her, and all the lies and drama she come with, and still was 10 toes in with her about whatever against whoever. And let me hold off until we finish this. And lastly, let's dead that lame-ass narrative of she don't work because of me. What work does she have to do? Oh my God. I bet she won't get on here and tell y'all I made sure she never wanted for money. Tried to pay any dollar for a production team for What content? Tried to get her back in school to learn how to open up salons, and I funded 100% and want nothing in return. That sound like a real one trying to turn shorty from a girl to a boss queen. I won't ever entertain this ish again, though. Yes, he will. He will continue to entertain it for the foreseeable future, at least for the next couple of years. He loves this. Listen, I'm not one of them guys that's going to say man, she doesn't want to act right. No, he loves this. A lot of other dudes love this. They love this drama. They love this guy. She was with YoungBoy. Look, if a chick was with YoungBoy, what do you think she is? Let's just be real here. And she was with YoungBoy when he was wilding out like crazy. Do you think a chick with YoungBoy is just a regular? No, she loves the chaos. Not to mention, we know YoungBoy for putting hands on her. Putting laying middle and ring finger knuckle directly to her orbital. That's what we know her for. That's what I know her for. And her talking about boiling water popped up on me. Okay. I just ain't never had nobody come tell the truth, and all these fake narratives got put out on a real one name. And then, somebody says, oh, like you're controlling this and that. He says, controlling? Why I pay for a full-time nanny only for her to be able to have her time to work and do what she need? Propose to someone constantly lying and saying she want to be one place but really want to be elsewhere? They're talking about like, oh, why doesn't she have a ring? I'll tell you why she doesn't got a ring. Why would she? What benefit? Imagine how much worse this looks on this guy if she's got a ring throwing it back. Nothing's going to change. This is the thing. Like people think like, oh, you put a ring on it, it's going to change. Oh, you have a kid, he's going to change. She's going to change. She might change considering that she's carrying the kid. Maybe biologically changing. Maybe her physiognomy's changing. But these people are not changing. They're doing the same thing. Anyway. Sounds like a girl playing dangerous games to me and not trying to free up someone they really don't want to be with. I bet she won't tell you convo of old girl saying in writing I never came to her hosting. Oh, so that's her work, hosting. Let's take a deep breath right there. Hosting. Like this is the thing. Like I want to boss her up, send her back to school. She doesn't want to be in school. She was with YoungBoy. She was YoungBoy's baby mama. She got pregnant at like someone that wants to be in school was not going to get pregnant at the age that she got pregnant. That's all there is to it. And she would have been back in school, even if that was like a quote unquote mistake, if they want to call it that. I never invited her to my party. How am I invite that girl to a party Jania and the two girls she deeply knows threw for me? Y'all sick. I'm a real man. And let me give you some advice. Your name is all you got. And when you got a girl that know all these narratives are fake and not real on your name and won't come defend you, but soon as someone mention her or she quick, let me give you some advice. We don't need your advice. Sincerely, we do not need your advice. Give us some hoop advice. Maybe some advice on growing to, how tall is this guy? He's 6'10" or something like that? Nah, I think he's 6'5". Okay, well, he's not freakishly large for an NBA player. Yeah, give us some hoop advice. We don't need this. We do not need advice on, like, you're the one that's in the situation where you're an NBA player and you're out here talking back and forth with the like, just stop caring about her and the kids. How about that? Make some new ones, man. Like, how about you do that? I think that makes a lot more sense. And as soon as someone mentions her, okay. When you got a girl that know all these narratives, she quick to come defend her name. Like, y'all sick. The truth hurts, I know. So she replies to this whole situation. And I know for a fact that she's got autocorrect on, because this is written too well. I know she got autocorrect on because there's a word that she would for sure have misspelled. I just find it funny how I'm all of this, but it was okay for you to move to Vegas from April to September, have me and my kids on a plane Friday and Sunday just to come visit you because you decided you didn't like New Orleans and did not want to train there. If it wasn't for my grandmother coming to help me in New Orleans, I didn't know where my mental would be. Her mental. Your mental would have been just fine. You took blows from NBA YoungBoy. Come on now. Mind you, I had both kids because, when have you ever had Ice by yourself for real? And she's 2. So please don't talk about parenting because we both know the real. I literally cried at dinner telling you how I felt, and did you care? No. And I also told you that night that you were a narcissist, remember? Let's keep in mind, narcissists make up 1 to 2, they make up less than 5% of the population, narcissistic personality disorder. Maybe even less. Yet somehow, some way, 80% or more have dealt with a narcissist. I don't know. Make it make sense to me. Those numbers don't look too right. But hey, it is what it is. Please just keep it cool because you feel like you can drop stuff, but so can I. I was there supporting you at every game, every event, anything dealing with you. I was right there when nobody else was. What do you mean nobody else was? The whole team was there. Whole team, fans of the team. Come on now. I can't change what happened to you as a child. I know it hurt. Damn, that's pain right there. I can't even laugh there. But I didn't create that pain, but I was left trying to pick up the pieces because believe it or not, I actually loved you. But like I was telling you when I was pregnant and after, I felt like you didn't like me and you proved it. This is some wild levels of gaslighting. This is, yeah. And he says, it's actually really people out here, this is Dejounte Murray, that do others wrong in real life and then get online and play victim. Unbelievable. This is the thing. This guy's exploding. And I don't think he's wrong, but he can't accept and understand like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm being manipulated right now. I look crazy. But yeah. And she says, it's crazy, but I look for love, but love isn't real in this world. All right. Stalking someone's page and triggering yourself is just crazy. And then she goes on and says, I hope he finds someone to make him happy and great to my daughter. Good night. And then she says, I just said I was wrong. I never lied about going out. I didn't communicate that I was going to the strip club after I left a bowling party. But when you're in a relationship, you have to tell you every move. That was my bad. This is Yeah, this would frustrate people. And then she says, LOL, no, I've just decided to be peaceful, but I've heard worse from him. I don't even know what he said that was negative to her. And this is the thing. Somebody, let's run that LeVar Ball clip, please. Legendary LeVar Ball clip. One of the greatest fathers of all time. Let's put that out there, too. One of the greatest fathers of all time. Let's play that clip.
You're never going to meet a nice woman, especially in basketball. You're not going to find nobody like I found your mom or my mom and dad. Because here's the thing. If you're in this profession, which you got all this fame and notoriety, how are you going to meet a good girl? You're not, because what you're going to meet her in the restaurant where you eat, or you're going to go to a club where you dance, or you're going to meet her at the arena. So I hate to tell you, you're going to meet her. Just how it goes, son. And then you got to wonder, then the first thing they're going to say, oh, I didn't know you did that, man, with the Googling and all this. Oh, yes, they do. They know about you before you even get there. So, son, that's the bad part of the life you're going to get, is you're never going to meet a good woman. And by the time you do, let's say you get 30, and then you meet a woman and she's 30. You got to wonder why she by herself at 30. So there's something that's dangerous, no matter how good they look. But have a good time, son. I feel bad for you, but hey, I love the fact you made it.
What happens if one of the kids brings home, in your words, and you know that you got a bad situation?
LeVar Ball is spitting straight facts here. I died laughing when they said, like, wait, so have your parent, like, do they bring the chicks around you? He's like, yeah, they brought around me. I know what it is. He's like, they thought, this is the thing. How old is Dejounte Murray? Dejounte Murray is 29. What? I thought he would be like 24, 23, falling for this. Okay, even though Dejounte Murray is 29, this is the thing. A Jania, for instance. How old is Jania? It's like, what, she 24? What's her age? She's 25. This is the thing, right? She's 25. Dejounte Murray's 29. This guy's an elite basketball player. He's in the NBA. We know that. When he is 17, 8 years ago, I think that's when she had a kid, when she was 17. When she was 17, she had already, especially Jania, she was already around the block. When Dejounte Murray was 17, this guy was busy trying to make it to the McDonald's All-American game. Do they still run those? Yeah, anyway, or whatever. He was at the All-American game. He was at university, and he was focusing on his hoop skills, right? Of course, you know, they can dibble and dabble here with other extracurricular activities. All Jania was doing was getting her reps in terms of levels of manipulation. So by the time Jania's at 22, 23, Dejounte Murray, he's got no chance. Or most NBA players, because they're just coddled. Like NBA players, basketball players, athletes, you don't really have to deal with too much, because same thing with artists, similar with artists, but it's easier with NBA players because from a kid, they kind of just handle everything for you. But with a musician, you've got to become successful first. So I think there's more independence there from the musician's part. Well, I got to give them more credit. But he likes this. He enjoys this drama. Otherwise, he wouldn't have picked Jania. There are a lot of other options. He didn't have to deal with her. But maybe he's dysfunctional. Maybe he likes dysfunction. Maybe he likes this drama. I think he does. I think he wants to turn. Like, I look at a Jania, and then I think, and I just see the behavior. I see her past choices, and I think, well, what is the likely outcome of her to go back to school, open up a salon that Dejounte Murray just wants to spend money on operating expenses because she doesn't know how to run a business? If she knew how to run a business, she would have started one by now, especially with all the clout that she's had over the years. She's still doing hostings, which is like level 1 clout. This is like 2015 to 2018 thing. That was when that was in its prime. So here, YoungBoy, he tossed her to the side. YoungBoy just doesn't even really care. She's constantly at YoungBoy shows. Now this guy's dealing with them back and forth, and now he looks goofy for this. It's sad because I think he's the quote victim here, but the only reason he's the victim, and a lot of chicks are not on Jania's side. They're like, man, if he was gonna pay for everything and make sure everything was taken care of, I would just sit in the house and I wouldn't be. He's not saying that she has to sit in the house, but he just doesn't want her out at the club. But that is her environment. That's like saying you want the lion out the savannah. That's like saying you want the elephants out of India. That's where they come from. That's where they're supposed to stay at, or in that, you know, that region of the world. It's like you're taking a gator out of Florida. Where are you going to put it? You're not going to put it in the south of Spain. And that's what he's trying to do. And I think that's what a lot of rappers, that's what Ye tried to do. And look what happened to him. He was getting upset. And I said this to Ye too. I was like, how is Ye going to get upset that Kim Kardashian continued to do what Kim Kardashian did before Ye was in her life? And it's also what LeVar Ball said, where he was saying, like, you're not going to find this. This is the thing too with the Dejounte Murray, with a lot of these guys. They will lie. This is something dudes lie about, and it irritates me. They're like, nah, like, I don't want her to do this and this and this and this. If Dejounte met a chick that was not going to do X, Y, and Z that he's complaining about Jania doing, he wouldn't like her. He would think she was boring. He would think she was lame, and that's all there is to it. He would find her dull. So he wouldn't even run into her. But let's say he did run into her, that's what the outcome would be, and they wouldn't end up together. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That is a whack cliche, actually. Why did that come out of my mouth? Ew. I'm not going to cut that out, but I am never saying that again. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about the situation. Is this entertaining? Listen, anything around YoungBoy, this needs to keep happening. This is just better press for him, to be honest, because he doesn't give a F about Jania. He's got his wife that's doing whatever he says. Seems like I've never heard YoungBoy complain about one of his chicks, but listen, hey, Jania might just be one of those that doesn't respect anything but violence. And Dejounte Murray, he can't go there like YoungBoy does with the violence, because his career would be over. Rap, they forgive. Yeah, they put their hands on chicks. It is what it is. Rap forgives. We see the biggest rapper in the game this year, The Vamp. He's done it several times. People do not care. They'll pretend to care. Like, oh man, I can't believe he did that. Turn on his album, buy his tickets, keep spinning the album. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.